Hey guys, welcome. My name is Meslin and welcome to Mental Training with Mez, where on this channel we focus on strengthening our mental muscles, which is concentration and focus. And we do this for the purpose of three simple words: power, love, and freedom. Power is defined by the definition to be, do, and have whatever it is and whoever it is you desire to be, do, and have. Love is defined as the ability and capacity to be, do, and have harmoniously, gracefully, and unapologetically. And freedom is defined as not having no limit or restrictions on how much you can be, do, and have to the degree in which you desire to be, do, and have harmoniously, gracefully, and unapologetically. So I really want you to focus on the aspect of love, which is why I do this type of training. It's called faith-based mental training. And it's because I want to go about bringing into fruition the life that I desire to see and experience harmoniously. I don't want to feel like I am robbing someone of value, or I'm not providing enough value, or there's not an even exchange taking place. And when you're doing something harmoniously, that means everyone in the situation, in the transaction, in the relationship is benefiting. And when you do it gracefully, you've come up with a unique way to make it your own, to make it so that you don't have to be in competition with anyone else. That's grace, when you recognize your own power, the own source of your own power, and you don't feel and you know that you're not taking from anyone else's pot. And unapologetically is you get to be yourself. So you want to do what you're doing uniquely, but you also want to be uniquely yourself doing it. I don't want to be a character. I'm not trying to be some different version of, no, I want to be myself as I pursue bringing the life that I have to fruition. So that is the reason why we do this type of training. And so first things first, make sure you're wearing comfortable clothing. Make sure you're in a space where you feel comfortable enough to close your eyes. You don't have to, but be in a space where you feel comfortable enough to do so. Drink some water, use the restroom, move around a bit. We are going to do a full 30-minute mental workout session. So make sure you get all the excuses out of the way before you sit down. Know that you are sitting down in a position that keeps you alert but allows you to be relaxed. So sit up with your spine straight, with your back supported in a chair, on the bed with the bed rest, pillows, whatever it is, have back support, and feet can be on the floor or, crisscross. Is up to you. Lastly, if you find it difficult to do this type of training, the breath is the focal point of this training. If you find that difficult, you can place the focus of your attention on the tip of your nose where the air is coming in and out, and you can also use meditation beads, which each bead represents a full inhale and exhale. And we are going to be starting, so make sure. So the training is faith-based. I was looking at the time. So the training is faith-based mental training. The breath is the focal point because the breath is life, and life is divine spirit. Life is God. And if we're paying attention, we would see that life is God and that you're not here to control life. You're here to move harmoniously in it. You're here to be yourself in it. But you also should know that you can be paid, you can be provided for, and you can be protected in this thing called life when you know the source of your power, you know the source of your love, and you know how free you are to explore that and to have that and to be that. All right, guys? So place your focus of attention on your breathing and keep it there. That is the workout. That is the challenge. That is what we're going to be doing over the next 30 minutes. Ready? Get comfortable. Again, maintain position that allows you to be alert and relaxed, and begin. All we're doing is concentrating on the inhale and exhale of our breathing. We're sitting in a position where we can maintain alertness, but we can relax. And so we also want to be in a space where we feel alert and relaxed. Eventually, over time, you will see that you can enter a space of alertness and relaxation by simply focusing on your breath. So no matter where you are, you can carry with you this space of alertness and relaxation. And you are more likely to make decisions that benefit everyone involved when you are in this state of mind. You're more likely to make decisions that you don't regret, that you don't care about the consequences because you're so confident that you're not hurting anyone or anything by making this choice and making this decision. This is a space of complete mental peace that comes from your own God wisdom within, your own God power from within. And the breath connects us to that God power. It connects us to that God wisdom. So stay focused on your breathing and strengthen your ability to maintain your focus. Use your concentration and focus muscles to see the breath and feel the breath. I am working out right alongside with you guys. Just know that when you're speaking, that is your opportunity to maintain your concentration and focus on the breath. When you're silent, you simply place your focus of attention on the air going in and out of your nose, mouth closed. And again, this puts you in a state of alertness and relaxation. So anytime you're speaking, to pay attention to the breath is to pay attention to the words coming out of your mouth. So you'll know you're focused on your breathing when you're aware of what's coming out of your mouth. And a lot of people are not. They have not developed their mental muscles to be aware of every single word that is coming out of their mouth, let alone to be aware of every conversation we are having in our mind. But this is what mental training is about. Faith-based mental training is about becoming God-focused and God-centered so that you can pay attention to every single thing that is coming out of your mouth, that you are saying in your mind, that is being said to you. Alertness and relaxation happens when our mental muscles are strong. So we're not going to be easily distracted. We're not going to be easily manipulated because we're hyper focused on a very powerful substance in the human experience, which is our breath. The breath is extremely powerful, and that is because it is of a divine substance. No one created the breath, but it is a function of the human experience. It's a function of many living things, even that which is in water. And so we are concentrating and focusing on the breath because this allows us to maintain a level of alertness and relaxation that is above the average human being's ability to concentrate and focus. The focal point is our inhale and exhale flow of our breathing. We're paying attention to the full inhale, paying attention to the full exhale, not allowing ourselves to be distracted, to be deviated from the inhale and exhale. You are alert and relaxed in this moment. Mental peace comes when our mind is focused on reality. So when we have mental agitation, when we're experiencing mental turmoil, we're experiencing discomfort in the body temple, it's as simple as we're not paying attention to the truth. You're paying attention to a version of it, interpretation of it, assumption of it. But when you're paying attention to the breath, you're simply paying attention to truth in its purest form. You can make any decision from this vantage point. You can take any action. Non-action is action as well. Be still. When you are focused on the breath, you are still inwardly. And you can still remain this inward stillness when you move. And that's the practice. That's what we need strong mental muscles for. So you can stay focused on your breathing even when you hear someone talking. This is how you're truly listening. And you're not allowing yourself to be manipulated by what someone is saying, because you're really listening. You hear every single thing that is being said. Stay focused on the inhale and exhale. This is why you want to mentally work out. You want to make sure that when someone is talking, you're not drifting off into a conversation in your mind. You're not struggling to listen or understand what they are saying. Healthy mental muscles make us great listeners. And when you become a great listener, you can become a great communicator. So your training right now in this moment is to maintain your concentration and focus on the inhale and exhale and listen. Don't allow yourself to be distracted. Because like I said, when you're focused on the breath, when you're talking, you're listening to every word that is coming out of your mouth. So I'm aware of what I'm saying. I'm intentional with it right now. Healthy mind is solution oriented. This means a healthy mind is paying attention to what can be done, to what is possible. This doesn't mean you're naive to what is happening. You're not bypassing anything. Just because you develop yourself to be solution oriented does not mean you are negating the problems of the world that need tending to. But the only way to properly tend to the problems of the world is to be solution oriented. This is how we make sure that we are presenting solutions to problems and not more problems on top of the problems that are already there. That's the world that appears to be forming before us. And it's because many of us are not in as healthy of a mental shape as we could be. So you have to learn to listen, to truly hear what is being said, to do so from a protective stance. You have to protect your mind. You have to protect your mind. Stay focused on the inhale and exhale. You're alert, but you're relaxed because you're listening. Nothing that I'm communicating to you is a lie. Seems dishonest. Is ill-intentioned. A good teacher is going to expose you to practice that makes you better. What we're doing in this moment, by you maintaining concentration and focus on your breathing as I'm talking, is you're beginning to pay attention. Am I able to listen without being distracted? Am I able to hear what is being said without allowing myself to go into conversation in my mind? Because that is a problem. That is undisciplined mentally. So with this workout session, this mental workout session, what you're doing is strengthening and making stronger your mental muscles to focus and concentrate on the purest form of truth in this moment. The breath will keep you grounded. It's going to keep you stable. Many of us, when someone starts talking, it breaks our focus and concentration. We get easily scared, we get jumpy. And for those of us who have past experience like I do, pretending to be okay when inside you're basically falling apart, that's a problem. Because inside is where we need to maintain the strongest resolve. Internally is where we need to be centered, focused, concentrated, balanced. And the breath being divine spirit allows us to do that while being relaxed. Mental peace does not come because you got a job, because you're getting married, because you're becoming parents. Mental peace comes from a mind that is at peace. And God allows us to maintain mental peace without having to be dependent on situations or circumstances. But your concentration and focus muscles have to be strong. Someone talking should not be a distraction. especially if you're really listening to what is being said. Pay particular, close attention to how strong your mental muscles are in the silence. Is it easier for you to stay focused and concentrated on your breath when someone is speaking? Or is it easier for you to maintain concentration and focus on your breathing when someone is quiet, when it's quiet around you? So on this channel, we're showing up with the purpose to become more powerful, loving, and free in our human experience. There is a life that we desire to see and experience, and we need to know we can bring that life to fruition. We need to know that we know what the steps are. Because if we have a vision for a life that we desire to see and experience, it's because we know we can bring it to fruition. And if we know we can bring it to fruition, just how they say it, re-engineer that vision. What is the first step you're going to have to take? And I'll give it to you. You got to get into mental shape. That's the first one. The first step to having the life that you desire to see and experience, we have to be in mental shape. We have to be prepared to be focused and concentrated on that vision while maintaining relaxation. So we're not going to be curating that life from a state of anxiety, stress, worry, fear. No. Power does not move like that. Love gives us that understanding we don't have to move like that. And freedom says, this is what we're doing. Thank you so much. Again, you don't have to break your concentration. You can maintain your concentration and focus on the breath as you leave this gym, as you go on about your day. Work on maintaining that concentration and focus. We are getting beautifully powerful over here, loving over here, free in this space. Bye, guys.